Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that, huh?
Professional gear and everything. Tripods, DJI, fucking on gimbals. Oh, crap. $5 says they're not happy with the quality.
Tuesday. Only looks bad because of the ice.
Oh, look. You have a measuring implement now.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be mailing those back to you?
Now we're really live.
Oops.
Will I be mailing those to you in Duluth?
The shot glasses?
Yeah.
I have shot glasses.
Oh,
This isn't like new technology.
He's got these shot glasses that say Ebomi on them.
Homo.
Okay.
Well, no, there's nobody in the chat yet.
Okay. Cheers.
You gotta give people gotta like, oh shit, Ebomi's going live. Okay, let me get to a computer.
Somebody's here.
There's a little bit
Let's
of a
go
delay.
time.
There's a little bit of a delay.
That's why they invented the snit.
How do you feel about your lighting?
Looks okay.
Does it bring out your eyes?
McLean. Okay, so how many people have to be here before we can drink?
Well, there's just me in the chat right now.
It's a phone call, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
basically, yeah. Right now, it's a phone call.
Does it on there? Does it tell you how many viewers?
Yeah, just you.
Okay.
But when it actually goes up as a video, which they normally do,
3, 2, 1.
You don't say the 2 and the 1.
yeah.
1, 2,
5,
3.
5, 4, 3.
Beep, beep, beep.
The video's an hour long because we're waiting for that one person.
Yeah,
Other than I have to show up.
The one person that's not in church or
yeah.
watching a game. So is NFL today? It's not football season yet?
They were kneeling and stuff. I quit. I gave it up. And then I watched NASCAR, but now NASCAR has like all this insane new shit that you can't even enjoy
But
NASCAR.
isn't football the reason that we're not over at your sister's fixing shit over there today?
It could be football, it could be baseball. I don't know what the hell he's watching.
Okay.
Probably football.
Where's this even out of? Dude, wow.
We're in week 2 of the NFL season. Come on.
How the hell do I know that?
Seahawks at the Patriots, Buccaneers and the Lions, Browns and the Jaguars, 49ers and the Vikings.
Vikings? Who the fuck are they? Sounds like a bunch of bearded homos.
Chargers at the Panthers,
Sounds like some kind of girls' team.
Jets and the Titans, Giants and the
Bunch of bearded
Commanders.
homos.
Sounds like homos.
Bearded
Raiders and
homos.
Ravens.
I mean, you know, because like,
They're good.
I'm just sitting here, you know.
All right, go for it. I can't wait any longer.
Okay. Obviously not live, but when you watch this as a video, we're looking at Dude Wow.
I think it's dude. Wow.
Really gnarly waves, dude.
That was kind of creepy. He says, dude. Wow. Well, there was pressure behind that.
Well, maybe it's fermented.
Little issues like Satan had.
Wow.
Oh, we forgot something.
That's poured and went straight to the bottom.
We did.
Look at that.
Hey, we have mixing sticks.
What's that?
Oh, he said it went straight to the bottom, and I was like, hey, we do have mixing sticks. Ooh, except for you might have to be in control of your own mixing sticks because
Eric dumping it all over the place.
it's gonna overflow if I let your celery go. Oh.
All right. I will.
Yeah. Be like, still just us. We're still having a phone. We're still not even having a phone call.
So the phone lines are open. 207 retard on any touchstone telephone.
Have to sip a little off here.
Today we're talking with Eric. He's a brew reviewer and he's doing a Bloody Mary.
Sunday Bloody Sunday, this is called. This is a, what do they call it? A spin-off of the B&E Brew Review channel.
This may or may not be the alcoholics version of the Bloody Mary, but I don't apologize.
All right.
If we connected two wires, we could actually charge your Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thought.
What's going on here?
It's like a fucking child.
You can't take them anywhere.
He turns everything into a fucking toy.
What?
Next, he's gonna take his celery, put it in a zipper.
I was just making sure that there was enough Bloody Mary mix to possibly make a couple more, if not 3 more.
No, 2 more. I still have work to do.
It was just a little. Did you want me to build you a snit?
What the fuck is this snake?
Okay.
He doesn't watch your videos.
Evidently, during Prohibition, they
Okay.
couldn't get vodka
Okay.
to make Bloody Marys.
So
So
they use
that's
beer?
when they started using the beer. And when they bring you that little glass, it was bottled beer, and then instead of having it sit around, they'd take whatever didn't fit in your drink to make your Bloody Mary, they'd put it in an extra glass and give it to you because you basically already paid for it. Thus, and this seems to be a northern thing, there's a lot of people that have never heard of the snit. And I have to even admit,
So is that what they mean when they say don't get snitty with me?
maybe I'd have to confirm with my bitch.
Wow. You may want to actually finish that whole sentence because that might not go over well if someone watches the video.
Google. My Google bitch. Not my imply. Not that I'm not implying my wife.
I'm sitting there thinking, wow, hold on, wait a minute.
But
You may
she
want to
does.
fix that.
She does say she knows everything, or acts like it.
I don't understand.
See?
She's spying on you.
See?
There's my Google bitch right now. Uh-oh. She call you?
Hey Google, how far is it to Saco, Maine?
No, she's not listening to you. Saco.
Saco.
Hey, sucker.
No,
You've been there.
Saco.
SACO.
Okay, Google. How far to Saco, Maine?
If you drive, Saco is 19.7 miles away.
What's there?
Home Depot.
No, Home Depot's Biddeford. Saco's past Biddeford. And that's 15. Saco's probably 23, 24 miles. I don't know why she's coming up with 19.
This is a crow flies, maybe.
Yeah.
comes up. See if it comes up there. Yep.
Yep.
A little bit of a delay, but it works.
Boom. $40.
Yeah, I guess nobody's around today.
Right. Thank you guys for this. Is great.
This is actually pretty good Bloody Mary.
Dude, wow.
I've had better, but there's a lot worse out there.
Oh, yeah.
Tomato paste, vegetable juice, water, concentrated juices from tomatoes, carrots, celery, beets, parsley, lettuce, watercress, spinach, horseradish, distilled vinegar, granulated garlic, molasses, salt, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, sugar, onions, anchovies, quote unquote, fish, garlic, cloves, Torino extract, chili pepper extract, lemon juice, cayenne peppers, spices, beta carotene, citric acid, celery salt, paprika, onion powder, natural flavors, soybean, cornstarch, and xanthan gum. Warning, this contains soy and fish anchovies.
Anchovy is a fish.
Gee. Who knew?
How did they get those little things onto the rod? Like this big.
Wiggly little suckers, aren't they?
We're not going anywhere.
But
till
anyway,
we're rich.
it's all normal stuff. There's only a couple preservative type things in there, and it's all basically everything you have in your spice cabinet.
Yep.
Put into here.
Try cooking with it. Great for marinades, sauces, soups, and more.
No, I ain't cooking with that. That's for
And
damn sure.
they are out of Florida,
This,
Winter Garden, Florida.
this is gluten free, and I think it's one. What does it say? 1 gram of fiber. 1 gram of dietary fiber.
John, what made it so strong?
I do what I can do. But now the celery adds a lot of fiber, so it's good for you.
Then
It
again,
says 10.6667 servings per container.
Wait,
Maybe for normal people.
that has 10 servings in it? 10 and a
For
half?
normal, you're only supposed to put 3 ounces in, I think.
Hey,
yeah.
did you catch that?
Oh, somebody's in the chat. There's 2 up
Is
there.
it Rich Huff?
My money's on Rich.
I just said we're not going anywhere till Rich shows up.
Rich is going to be like in the top 5 stops, or first 5 stops when we do the Ebomi tour.
So how are you going to get any Bomi tour put together?
We're going to get basically like any other tour. We get a big motorhome, and we get in and drive until we're done.
And when's this tour happening?
If it happens too soon, I'm gonna have to figure out a side hustle to make money along the way.
Maybe Rich needs some sheetrock done.
There you go.
That's what we do. We take this shit show on the road. Hey, you guys got some stuff you need done? If we had an RV, you know how easy it'd
We'll
be
work
to-
for beer.
Yeah. You know how awesome that would be? You take an RV and you make it so that there's a slide out so you can have an outrigger for a chop saw and put a chop saw on an outside table. Motorcycles, we have to have the toy carrier.
Toy
And I'll
hauler.
make everybody a list of the obnoxious things you're going to need. Like shit for cell phone. Gonna have to have lighting, stage lighting. It's like, oh my god.
We don't want our fucking rooms painted
we
purple.
don't need anything. If he's allowed to have a carry-on bag, he can actually fucking bring some shit with him.
John's like, note to self. Fuck these two.
It's not worth it.
Call Jeremy next time.
Sell this dump as
Oh,
it is.
no, not calling Jeremy. No.
We call a fucking realtor tomorrow.
Draw a line on Jeremy.
Doesn't tell me who the viewer is.
What do you think? Detecting notes of celery, and I don't get the horseradish at all. Not at all.
I can see it.
I'm getting a little bit.
I can smell it.
It's not overwhelming.
I'm not
It's
getting
subtle,
it.
but it's there.
I'm not getting horseradish at all. Actually, I'm getting the onion.
Oh, and evidently I drank all the vodka, and that, and now I'm down to the Bloody Mary mix.
In the future, you may wish to try that whole stirring thing.
I thought I did, but it,
No.
just like a sprinkler fitter's job, it worked better the second time. So who's in the chat?
Does not say. You got to write something in chat so we know who to shout out.
Of course, we found a new friend with Gabrielle last night or last time.
Gabriel,
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
I have no idea.
new viewer.
As far as I know.
Unless it's they change the channel name or something, which happens all the time. Oh, building a drink. Building a drink is here.
That really
Right.
that really makes shit.
He says, "My captain, my captain." Actually, you should know this. I am the real captain. He just plays one on YouTube.
But he's responsible for me being the captain. Him and the fellow moonshiners. But I will yield to the real thing. He's like, damn right you will.
He's taking a break from having a beer.
Having a bloody instead. We're having lunch. We've been promised an outstanding representation of China for dinner tonight. Egg rolls, pot stickers, and you make all this shit from scratch. There's a lot we can complain about you. Food is not one of them. Just the disposition of his eyes changes just enough that all of a sudden I feel like there's like a laser beam slicing into shit. I got nothing to complain about. I've already been out and spent a couple weeks here before, and
Three viewers.
it's a beautiful area. I will say that. When we were coming down through the mountains, that house, boy, they cannot bitch about the view they have.
No,
they
they can't.
they better have a deck on the back of that house, because that was the equivalent to me being on Skyline Boulevard, overlooking Duluth.
Quite the look, quite the view.
And John, we have a technical request.
Yes.
We need your 360 camera to focus on whoever is speaking at the middle of the table to do these.
I have 3 cameras like that.
Will it like focus on me when?
No, it's not. The way it works is this. The 360 camera is shooting at all times. It doesn't spin around. That would not be a 360. A 360 is always has whoever's talking present, but also everybody who's not. They are responsible for it. That's how it works. So they actually can go like this and spin around. But remember, they're videoing everything in the whole house. Every inch of the entire house is on camera then. That's the only way you can do it. I have 3 of those. They want a VR video, do they?
But when people put up 360s and they're following along, like DDE has one, they put it on the whip behind the Lamborghini,
Well,
and then you see it turn, that's post-editing, isn't it?
yes. See, I have one, a very special one, that'll allow me to edit and move inside, but it's in editing. These guys want miracles while you're alive. Is there a way you could put in a $44 million studio and give us what we want? We're the
We
people.
can borrow the money from David J. Brown.
David's got $44 million, huh?
So the short answer is no.
But I do have all the gear for virtual reality. If you want to do a virtual, oh, you know what? That might be fun. Actually, do a VR fucking beer review. That could be fun.
Maybe when we do one on location somewhere, We can explore that.
Where are we going to do a beer review on location?
Sometime between now and when we're done here, we need to do a,
That was a
a
joke
fire
because
pit.
the only beer review we can do on location is the one where I'm not drinking and I'm driving.
We can Uberize it. Or
It's not Uber
Brett
here.
doesn't drink, right? He could drive us back.
So that looks like a no.
You give me a look again.
Got that look.
Yeah,
The Tesla drives itself. You just need somebody to sit in the seat.
yeah, I can imagine that shit. Brett going, I'm driving. I'm fucking driving, man. Why is he driving? Because we're drunk.
Yeah, we'll Uber it over
It's like
to,
it's like 50-50, so there's not, you're not gonna get a big one.
you can Uber over to whatever that brew pub is over there. The brewery.
That was what's nice about Jolson's. You literally, it would probably take 10 minutes to walk to one of their biggest microbrews. It was like just down. He's like, yeah, we'll go over there on the four-wheelers, but if we had to, for legal reasons, we could walk. Sound like fun. I mean, say on Uber. I mean, if they have such a thing in Little Falls. I mean, you pay by the distance, don't you? So if we were literally just gonna go to 7-Eleven and back, I need an Uber.
Literally goes like this. This is how it works. It's the distance, all right, but also they go, but does anybody else need an Uber? If there's 45 people that need an Uber, then we're going to go to what they call,
Premium time.
yeah, called surging. Because of the need, well, we've only got 9 Ubers, so it's surge pricing now. So your ride goes to like $15, $25, $30. How bad do you want the ride?
Well, that's the latest scandal coming out of Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Is there's an illegal app, somebody hacked them, and certain drivers that paid for this app get surging fares.
Yep.
So they make more money than regular Uber drivers.
When your life is on an app, there's always a way to get around it.
Everything frickin' ends up being corrupted.
Oh, what did I say last night on the show? Everything starts with a great idea and a wonderful, wonderful plan. And then the perverts show up. And it's perverted. Then the politicians show up after that and they take advantage of them.
It's like there's so few, it seems like. I follow, well, he's on TikTok.
He wants you to show the bottle again.
He's on TikTok, but he's also originally a YouTuber.
Oh.
Dude, wow.
What you do?
Richoff is in the chat.
Rich!
Well,
N8RPH.
he is, he's a hacker. But his entire mission is going after the telemarketers and shit. Like, we have been watching them at work through their own camera system for the last month. They'll set all this shit up to try to and a lot of times it turns out like he had one that they thought they had all set up, but it turned out the chief of police was in on it. He was getting a cut. So the big raid never happened. It's like,
It's a corrupt country.
he's like, we'll get our day eventually. If I have to bring down the chief of police, we will. But yeah, I'm sure there's people out there, but you see so few professional hackers that are turning the table around on the pieces of shit.
There's one of those dudes that actually learned how to speak Hindi. He took Hindi lessons so he can understand what they're saying in the background and stuff.
Does he have blue hair?
No, I don't think so.
This-
But you can
this
hear him
dude-
on there.
this dude has
He's
blue hair.
laughing. Because he's deleting files on somebody's computer, and you can hear him like cursing at each other. Is this the computer? They're talking in Hindi, and he's translating it. But I've whipped out a little Hindi on a couple of them guys. It works pretty good.
Yeah. This is the vodka of choice this evening. Russian Standard. Straight from the Philippines.
I was going to say, was it made in Pennsylvania or Jersey?
From the finest winter wheat from Russian steeps and pure glacier water
Glacier.
Glacier.
from Lake Latagua? Latagua?
Remember what I said? However you think it's pronounced, it's the opposite.
Lagavulin.
Lake Laguintas.
Where is this actually? It's a product of Russia. Imported in New York. Go figure.
Imported into New York
We got a lot of Russians in New York.
by the Bidens.
Yeah. Someone carried it across the border.
Comrade Biden. Good.
Comrade, Commissar. What's the name of this lake? Ladoga.
La
Or
Queen.
from Lake Ladoga.
La Queen, no one.
Anybody ever heard of it?
It's probably in Russian. We could Google it, but I don't see the point.
You'll just confuse her because you'll say it wrong. La Queen Machala la 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 la. Lake Kamala.
Let's have some Laguintas.
Goodness.
After the Jayali.
Yeah. Gonna want to slice up some more of the jalapenos for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Genesee.
Genesee.
Or the,
Genesee cream. They have that at his liquor store.
no, they don't. They have Genesee. Cream ale.
That's what I said, but he went, no, it's Geneva. Okay, whatever.
And there's so many regular ones that he couldn't pronounce. Not even mention the joke ones. So there's a couple of them he wouldn't even read. He's like, this is not even in English. I'm not reading this.
I'm not falling for it. I am not falling for it.
And then there was a whiskey. And he goes, I know what you're doing. You probably had to have this because you knew I couldn't pronounce it. Well played.
I know the some bitch is walking. Yeah, that's fucked up right there. Gotta have that one. Gotta have that one.
It was actually my son. He's like, he won't be able to say this. Let's get this one.
Gotta get you to review the finest Scotch whiskey in 7-Eleven.
That's some good. That just looked like good stuff.
How long did that take? Was that like almost the better part of a year to finish that bottle?
Well, when you have to fight your way through it.
The Doers?
No, I bought it. It made some comment. I don't remember who was on, but someone made some smart ass comment. I was pretty happy at the time. And when I'm going down there, don't do that. Just get a bottle of get a bottle of scotch. I said they'll carry it at 7-Eleven anyway.
Wasn't that one of the ones you left
Yeah,
in the middle of the fucking show?
They don't have scotch at 7-Eleven. So they have scotch, so they do. I walked down there, got a bottle of scotch, come back. He loses it because it says finest scotch.
Fine, that's all the bottle.
Finest scotch.
Finest scotch on it.
There you go. They went, how much was it? It was $12.95. I got a bottle of this week scotch for $12.95. And you know they made a profit off that. So what was it? $4?
Instead of aged for 12 years, they aged
They
for 12
told me I
months.
couldn't go to 7-Eleven get a bottle of scotch. So I topped them and brought back a bottle of fine scotch.
Finest.
Finest scotch.
It's like that old military special stuff they used to sell at the Class 6. They had vodka,
Yep.
gin, whiskey, and scotch.
Yep. Good military booze.
The look in your face, though, is like very similar to when Justin brought the 2 bottles,
And sipping whiskey.
and it was like we both taking sips and we're not looking at each other, and I was like thinking, this is like one big military machine standing behind me, and he just bought this stuff. Do I go with truth Or do I go with just a little fib and make him feel good about his purchase? And as I turned around, the look on Justin's face told it all. He's like, I don't know what you think of this, but this is the worst shit. I was like, I had to recheck the bottle. I thought maybe you bought paint stripper. And that was the bottle now that everybody's like, you have to have a shot. When Remco is here, we have to share a shot of this. This is the bottle from Justin. And the other one was whiskey, and that was a Dinkel. And
George Dinkel or whatever.
And
whatever
it's not as terrible as I don't know. If,
George Dinkel makes a bourbon that you rated pretty good. That's on the list for testing.
Yeah, that one wasn't as bad as the that Scotch was just oof.
Scotch was bad that I got.
Even though it was the finest.
It was the finest Scotch. Everybody was dying. It couldn't be the number one I got a bottle of Scotch from a 7-Eleven, but that I got the finest Scotch.
Not just any. Went right for the top shelf.
And got changed from a 10 and a 5.
They usually only sell that. What's that stuff called with the cinnamon, the Red Ball or something?
Fireball.
Ugh.
Got a
And
bottle.
then Jim was like, "That's not whiskey. It doesn't count as whiskey."
Oh, is this what? This is also a happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jim.
Hornet Fixer.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Jim.
Hey,
Cheers.
cheers, Jim. Wish you were here, but you don't. He'd be fixing something though. He is Hornet Fixer.
That's right.
What could we could have him do plumbing or electrical. He specializes in he could run your wires. Just pretend that shitty structure right there.
But can you imagine him doing why is there fucking porcelain? What the fuck is this shit?
Never saw a knob and tube in a Hornet.
Fire. And a fire jet. There's no knob.
Oh, can you imagine that? What?
Oh,
Like some kind of
I've seen it before, but I was always ripping it out. I never had to work with it,
till now.
Until now.
You can make this work.
Yeah.
This shit old?
Want to demo the whole house?
Okay.
Tear down all the walls.
Yeah.
I'll wire it up for you.
You gotta wrap that around the truck. Go that way.
So it's a box for knob and tube made out of plywood.
That's pretty much. At least this stuff has insulation on it. I've seen it where it's bare. There's no insulation.
And I have seen some stuff in houses we have done, and I was like, why is this place still here? I do not understand. But then again, this is all hot, and this is all neutral, and I don't know if there was some rule about how far they had to stay apart from each other, but yeah, either way.
I don't know if they really had code
Probably not, no.
per
Before
se.
the code existed.
I mean, like I said last night was, back in those days, they were fighting each other. And they were doing horrible things. I mean, Edison was a nice guy and all, but Edison, just in an effort to try to stop Tesla and his moneybags, Westinghouse, he invented a special thing for New York City, for New York State. It's called the electric chair. And Tesla he agreed to build it for them for nothing, provided New York agreed. When the first person got killed on it, they wanted to be known as he was Westinghoused. Now do AC. That was the whole thing, was to try to destroy Westinghouse and Tesla. He built the electric chair so someone could.
Westinghouse won that battle.
Yes, he did. The crazy thing was they were both battling for something that they both were going to win anyways. We use both. We've always used AC and DC both.
But we don't use DC like they used it back then.
No.
It's still. I think it still exists in New York City, but the premise was they said, "Oh, you'll use the voltage, and that's all right. We'll have a power station every few blocks. There'll be a new power station." So it lost favor over the years.
But now we got DC cars.
Can you imagine?
Yes, we do.
Full circle, back to where we started with DC cars. Now we're back with DC cars.
But you can imagine what some technology would look like if they never fucked with Tesla. If they actually encouraged his research and products versus afraid of them and shut them down.
Well, no, they weren't afraid of him. What it was is he was trying to give shit. Once again, somebody who came across stuff, got intelligent, really, really intelligent. He understood things so well. He was trying to prove that we could actually, like the tower he built was designed to be electrified and to put out the current,
Power
so
through
you could at
Yeah,
home come get it.
He wanted to have wireless electricity
And
back
it was-
then.
Right, but what can't you do with that though? You can't charge for that.
No,
You can't put a meter on wireless. You just can't do it. So
just
like I said, it all comes out beautiful. Then they pervert it because the people who want the money are like, yeah, no. We can meter this. We can't meet. No. We gotta
Just
dissolve all this technology and destroy it so nobody knows.
just like we were talking about yesterday. Hey, I created a carburetor that gets 500 miles per gallon. Why am I standing on plastic?
Helps us clean up the mess easier.
I don't know. You wonder where we could actually be if it wasn't for a few families that exist.
There's always somebody prepared to pervert it. Always.
Like Christine always says, she goes, I don't get it. What is their fucking obsession? Wouldn't you want to do everything to make, like, say, the United States better? Instead, it's just like there's
Well,
this
that's what they say.
deep state of people that all they want is to get and maintain power at whatever cost it has to everybody under them.
And that's the strange, weird thing is that's where people come in. They stand there and they go, since I was a child, they've all said the exact same thing. We're going to make it better this time. These guys, every one of them says, I don't care if it's Republican, I don't care if it's a Democrat, what's a liberal, extremist, what, they all say the same thing. We're going to make it right. We're going to make it better. With us holding your hand, you will be prosperous. And what happens? They're like, well, the last guy fucked it all up so bad it took 4 years to get it going. You need to give me another 4 years so I can finally finish. The next guy comes on. The last guy fucked it up so bad. That's all we do.
And meanwhile, we got Hayden Harris, who in one breath, I actually watched it today. The guy goes, well, that could result in taxes being somewhere between 55 and 70%. She goes, I'm okay with that.
She is.
She doesn't have to pay. She'd be out of the workforce in another couple months.
The crazy thing is she gets paid for the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
So why doesn't she just go enjoy that?
How are you holding back?
Trying to do the right thing.
Like we were gonna make a shot? A snit of
Actually,
actually
you can throw some vodka in there and shake it up.
actually that exists. The boho that Sam and Gage go to, just actually closer to us, me and Christine. We went over there and they have the reverse Bloody Mary. They'll give you a full beer and the snit of their Bloody Mary. So you can do it either way. It's actually a pretty cool place. I actually really like that place.
Well, I wouldn't know. I was never invited.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Disc.
It is.
You want to drive out there?
Take the Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can find that.
Drive all the way out there and then just roll the window and go, I'm busy.
Be out of business.
Nope. The whole goal is to get everything done on his list and more. Because I think as of right now, 50% of what you want is what has been done. And the other 50% is what either needed to be done or what should be done. But if we can knock this all out, my goal is, of the 4 weeks we were given, it'd be nice if it took us 3 weeks to do it. And actually be able to just
All right.
goof off the last week.
I have a list. When that's, I got nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
I don't know. Just keep this shit rolling. Obviously, the hardest thing that we have to deal with, which we should deal with, is dealing his son. Got to make sure that, and we got the living room back together, so there'll be no disturbances in the forest there.
His room gets cleaned up. All you gotta do is that he knows we're working. He's really good, but he's gonna jump up and down in the living room because that's gonna happen. So TV's got to be there. That light's got to work. You got to have the couch there. His room's got to be undisturbed, and he has to be able to get down here and eat on a non-stop basis, 24 hours.
And shower 15 times a day.
He's got to get access to the Oreos and the snack packs.
That's right.
No,
Other than that, as long as you do that, he'll just jump for hours, and that's it. He's happy. He doesn't. Nobody bothers him. You guys don't bother him at all.
So, well, that's because both of us have previous experience, so he feels comfortable. We're not strangers, but no, he's a good kid too. And so we just need a plan for the next 4 days that is rat friendly. I mean, I know there's a shit ton of outside stuff.
That whole thing.
I mean, we could easily get rid of this door without
That one. He won't care. Right? You're not doing anything out there. Nothing. That door being closed, he doesn't. His world is not disturbed. He won't care.
And that's undoing shit. That's my specialty.
Yeah. Rip out a door. We also got to bring the saws around. Get ready to build the inserts for the screened-in porch. That one's a technicality because when you get to that one, it's gonna be like, why don't we just? No, you can't. You can take everything off. That ceiling must remain, and you have to leave those floor joists there, and those walls, those 4x4s, must remain because that's the plan for the size, and that's what's on the actual plan. We can reskin it. The minute you change one of those things, all new plans, architect, got to go down, got to file for a permit. Fuck that shit.
We got a thing in the chat that says they fired some shots at Trump again today.
Really?
Like physically?
So I'll read exactly what it says. Did you see there were shots fired on a golf course in Florida where Trump was? No, we didn't. We're out of the loop. We've been doing Sunday stuff over here today.
That and with a bunch of electrical stuff, there's been no internet.
Yeah.
With all that he has against them, I'm surprised that.
Oh, there'll be more.
I'm surprised that he's actually alive. They should fear what will happen though if something happens to him. There is a lot of people.
I think it'll be worse. It'll be worse for them if something happens to them.
There's a lot of people. Won't mention any names. Someone close to the group was like, there is an entire organization that is all about peace and the Constitution. And if something happens to Trump, heaven forbid the consequences. I don't even know why. Fuck around and find out. I think that's... I mean, if you can't see it by this point in time, you have a guy that really doesn't need to deal with any... He could just have disappeared and had his Bugatti Veyrons and golf courses and expensive places of land, but he actually cares about America and the citizens. And I shake my head when these fucking complete retard Democrats are like, I just hate him. Well, that's because you really don't know who he is. You have bought, line, sinker, and been caught up in the whole net of the lies and accusations from the deep state and the media.
Well, the media just got busted. It's all out
They're
now
always
everywhere,
busted.
but it's all out over with. The whole thing was rigged. The Kamala Harris
The
debate.
fucking person you Democrats actually should hate is the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris. That whole thing with ABC. I'm pretty sure she not only did she not know everything in advance. One of her childhood friends was one of the moderators.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. You're the fucking stooges that believe this shit. It is absolutely amazing. You've got a guy that all that he wants is for America to be what our founding fathers were proud of and created.
And they want you, and the other side wants you to bring in all the people who will vote for us. Bring them in. We're gonna get them all in here. I'll make you a citizen as
Smile
long
when
as
he
you
just
vote.
checked in. He's at a wedding.
Happy wedding to you, sir.
He's gonna watch the recorded version. And Matt Davis is in the chat.
Matt Davis.
Secret Service fired at a guy with an AK-47. So we'll be as soon as we get done with this, we'll be watching the at least the YouTube coverage of that.
The highlights.
I get all my videos from all my news from YouTube.
You know the big screen has YouTube on it. Right.
I'm not a big screen guy. It doesn't do anything for me.
We all have big screens in our rooms.
If I like watching, if I want to watch a movie or something where I want that whole experience, but just to have information delivered to me, the little screen is fine. The tablet's fine. Gilliland 426 is in the chat. Says cheers, boys.
Forgot. There is 4 comments on our last live. And one of them, the very first one, is Matt Davis taking a shot. You want to do a shot?
No.
That's right, you got stuff to do.
Unless you're planning on eating, takeout. So.
Oh, well, yeah. We should not stop
We don't have Chinese takeout in Maine.
Matt's comment is F8.
We actually do.
They went out of business.
No, there's one over there.
F8 is a hit, Matt.
Ooh.
I might as well just do these 4. Sharky says, cheers, all caught up. Oh, another shot. Echo 4. I see what he was doing right there. That's a miss. Echo 4 is a miss. Fart seats. And Smile Money says, we don't mention Redbeard, but then again, Eric doesn't follow his own rules.
All right.
Okay.
Good comment. Thumbs up.
Okay, good times. Okay, that means I have fulfilled all my obligations of the last one.
We have no packages. Today's Sunday.
We're in Maine. We're lucky if you get something on fucking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
It's a 3-day delay for mail up here.
Amazon doesn't honor anything.
It could be 3-week delay on Amazon.
You got Prime? Yeah. Well, you get 12-day shipping. Yeah, that's good, huh?
Well, you get the movies, right?
Yeah, it's free movies.
You know what I don't know about
What don't you know?
is
Tell me what you
these
know.
comments exist afterwards.
Yes.
Okay.
They're preserved in, if you watch the live stream and replay the chat,
On the
you
side.
can see the side comments as they appear.
Oh,
In their
But then
position.
there's comments on the video on the other
Right.
part.
because you could be playing along live,
Huh?
but that means
You know who your players are, pun intended.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
there-
be here.
There's been pretty much a steady group. Cobra, Sharky, Matt Davis, Poco, Mike every now and then, Jolson because he likes to play Trump. He starts with the southern border and closes it up. have to admit, I have put a ship. Now, everybody that knows me knows I have a phobia for the outside border, and it's not Jolson. It was long before Jolson, but I did have one time. I had the aircraft carrier as I was putting the board together. I had it in J9, and I was like, oh, Jolson's gonna find this thing right away. Jolson doesn't give a shit though. He'll march right past it, blow a hole in the end of the aircraft carrier, and then start riding up the 10 row. So I had to make sure that I changed that. Also, I never put anything in E3. Oh shit! You know what
I'm lost.
You know what I do not have?
What?
This is Agent Chaos's board, and I don't remember what Agent Chaos gave me for Colonel Mustard.
The mine.
But
They
I
call it a
mean-
mine in naval parlance.
But I mean, I don't know where I'm supposed to put him. I could put a red peg in
Yeah.
here.
Colonel
You're gonna
Mustard.
have to take a picture of the board every night.
Colonel
Preserve it.
Mustard. That's the game. That's
Risk.
Clue. That's Clue.
Yeah.
Risk of it.
But we have a Colonel Mustard, and we put him on the board. And this is how it works. If you find Colonel Mustard, and when I draw for the people that found the ships, if I draw your name and you're the winner, and you also found Colonel Mustard, I have one extra prize that will go out to you.
It's a bonus. It's like the Powerball.
Yeah, it's a Powerball. I have this
But-
really awesome multi-tool that Sharky really wants.
But I think you should put a mine on there, and if you hit that, you're out.
Ooh.
No, that would be good too.
You no can play.
Step it up. I'm actually surprised with as many
We
people
gotta,
that
change, we gotta
comment.
change it up because it's getting stale. That's why I was thinking about the bingo. We could try another game altogether for a while.
I think running with your rules would be
Everything.
okay.
B27. And you
Maybe
can line,
more.
You can, line, you can line them all up.
If you have it on your thing, great. Mark it. If not, off comes a sock. And you have to keep it off until the next time we play. So don't miss.
You can email everybody a PDF of their card. They can print it out on a piece of paper. Everybody gets one card.
This is a bunch of people getting drunk. You think they're gonna be like printing out shit? No.
I'm actually honestly surprised that more people don't get involved, because to get involved, you just have to say F8.
I know,
And
but
you're-
if,
and
but
you're
if
part
that
of it.
fate has been called already, there's consequences.
Well, see, that's a whole like.
So you don't enforce the rule. A cold-hearted bastard is in the chat.
No, I don't know how I feel about that, but I do like the idea of Colonel Mustard and maybe a mine or two. Obviously it'd be starting off, hey, you didn't hear me say this, then I'm sorry, but you fell. The next game that we do, there's going to be, maybe even bring the stakes up. The longer the game goes on, like in the second week, I add another mine to the field.
Ooh, this guy, I like that.
See, we could change it up a little, yeah. That's
That might be cool.
And if you hit a mine, you're done. You're done like that.
Mhm.
So it's like, say Sharky's already tagged 3 boats.
But the one thing that you absolutely have to do is you have to define the what was his name? I can't remember his name. Where he ran the YouTube contest, and it got so convoluted with the rules. He was making them up as he went along, and he forgot what he did the first time. If we call your number, you get a ticket, and if you get it again, it's a golden ticket. So finally, he gave up and just, all right, here's the rifle. We're giving it away.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick a name out of a hat and give it away.
That's the way to do it.
the golden ticket.
That was what's his name, from Dakota, North Dakota. He showed up at the shoot with the ATV. Nice guy, super nice guy. I can't think of his name now.
Gabapentin or old age. I'm not quite sure which one it
I'm gonna
is.
go with both.
Well,
And vodka.
I couldn't remember Bushmaster today. brand name. It's engraved in my skull. I couldn't remember it.
I just recently
I think
sent him a message too.
I think somebody got shot with a Bushmaster that was famous. But,
Any new comments I need to know about?
Cold Hearted Bastard is still at work. It's all right. We're working today too. Still. I don't know how much we're gonna get done after this video, but
This is interesting. Yeah, well, that's okay. We're working today too.
no, we did some work.
Yeah, well, of course we did. Yeah,
Did some work. We started the day by going IHOP and then
went shopping.
got shopping. We bought a Switch.
Got a killer, crazy deal on LED can lights.
Yep.
No, we didn't.
He
plan.
bought toys.
Or pot
Fucking
lights, as they
toys.
call them in Canada. It's a gift. I'm sending one to my son,
Bought toys.
and the other one I'm putting in my kitchen.
I was just gonna use it while we're here, and I'll leave it with you. Army soldier.
If you put it in the pocket, it goes with you.
He was in the army. He can appreciate it.
I have 2 of them.
But
I have
you gotta
one
be
that showed
careful
up.
with that shit, because he gave me a bottle opener that was like a fake beer bottle. I think it had real liquid in it, but it was like sealed in there, and it said Duluth or something on it. That was TSA heaven.
Confiscated.
They didn't confiscate it, but they were all over that shit. Like, you can't have liquid. I said, "It's a bottle opener. What are you talking about? It's a gift from the souvenir."
They get
They
crazy.
were all over that shit.
Oh yeah, they get crazy. And then they'll let's say go in with 3 ounces of hand cream. It's like, do you know what you can do with that? You can put all kinds of stuff in that. You can do terrible things with 3 ounces of liquid. I'm not kidding.
I personally think the George W. Bush is evil, and that whole we have to make you safer by violating all of your rights bullshit.
Well, don't forget who his daddy was and what he did for the 3-letter club back in 1960.
Smoking a marb, walking onto a probably didn't have a 747 at that point in time, but smoking a marb, carrying a rifle in a case to go to your fucking seat. And this is America. Then all of a sudden a fucking toenail clipper and a bottle opener are in violation of law rules.
Toothpicks are in violation. It becomes insanity because after a while you start to, you know what? Now they're checking pins, by the way. Gotta make sure it's not a tactical pin, because that is now classified as a weapon. No weapons on board.
I mean, my fucking dolphin could be a weapon.
Your dolphin is a weapon.
A screwdriver.
There's so many things that whatever.
But anyway, we should go see Bush's place while we're here. It's right down the road.
Oh my God. You two are going
Down
to
in-
see Bush down in fucking
down in-
Walker's Point.
Kenny Bunkport.
Yeah, okay. Fucking Q was to be flying. Fuck it, I ain't going there. Fuck this shit. These guys are in trouble.
Maybe
He's
we get
dead
a,
now.
Oh
He
my
can't do
God.
anything to us.
He's
maybe we
not
get a,
dead.
H.W. Bush is
Yeah,
dead.
but that belongs to George Bush Jr. now. That's his now.
maybe get a lobster roll.
Him and Laura.
Knock on the
Him
door.
and Laura. Him and Laura go down there.
How often?
They come down. They've owned it for 16 years. That was the presidential airport. I mean, they come. They own one of the most pristine cliffs around. Walker's Point is a beautiful cliff.
I know, but they made a miscalculation because the park is right across the water. So people go to the park and they look at Bush.
Yeah.
I like to look at Bush.
Should have done like the Rockefellers and bought the park.
Yes.
That thing that we saw today was pretty cool. Where a bridge used to be, the embankment, the heavy built stuff. Someone had a house there, and that was all of their deck.
Their patio.
Yeah, that was,
Most impressive.
yes. Should have knocked on their door. See if we could stop, have some coffee. look at their deck.
This is probably one of the few places in America where you could actually do that and you have a coin flip.
Dad, or you had coffee?
There's
There are people here who go, well, aren't you boys nice? Come on in. You know what? I have something here.
It puts the lotion in the
No,
bucket.
should be like this. Can you fix that door over there? Here, take that now. Can you fix that door for me? And next thing you know, we're all working. She's like, you boys like biscuits? I'll make biscuits. See, it's never ending. It's never.
It's
I
it's
know.
getting a lot better though.
It's much better than it was.
Yes.
I brushed it,
Yeah.
oiled it, took care of it.
That your next?
Give me a rating on that one.
Ooh, it's got some seizure. But if you can do what is typical motion
Mm-hmm.
without it seizing,
Well,
that was
that's-
not.
That's a Klein. That's a Cobalt.
Yeah,
It's an
but
entirely different animal.
look, I got it to where it'll do this.
This must be pretty new
I
though.
mean, what's wrong with this?
Brand new.
Look, the nail. Go right up over the nail, close it, pull it, open it.
Oh no, it's 100% better
Open
than
it.
what it was. I'm not
Yeah,
bitching.
no, it's working good now.
I mean,
When we first got it,
if
it was real stiff.
if you're able to do your normal range of motion,
I love how you go. You can do your
Yeah.
normal range of motion.
It's very rare that, and usually you're using two hands if you have to open it all the way to get on something.
Yeah, if you got to cut that and really clamp down
but you
on
can
it.
tell it's really cutting. It's kind of like you got a mother's polish it.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, like Travis. 5-gallon pail of that shit.
Oh, you are a child. The fuck?
Never said I wasn't. I'm 3. Me and Wade both had birthdays this year.
Oh, okay.
He's only 57 and dog
I
years.
have met a woman, all right, who actually says that, and she's telling the truth. I'm like, I mean, she goes, I'm only allowed to have a birthday once every 8 years. Whatever. She was literally born on the 29th of February.
So she gets like Froggy.
She's like,
You only
I
gets
had a
every
birthday.
4 years.
I don't get a birthday for a long time, then I get to have one. So by the time I'm 14, I'm 2.
That's fucked up.
I've only had 2 birthdays. She's like, literally, she's my father used to always go, but it's not your birthday. I can read a calendar, I can see one of your birthdays. It's not your birthday.
You'll get nothing.
and like it.
You'll tortured as a child.
Yeah.
Where are we time wise? Hour. How come every time I look, we're at an hour?
You programmed hour-long brew reviews.
I know. It just seems like it's like a
I
norm.
remember the old days when they were like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the beer. It's 4%.
You could watch
Pour it.
that.
Oh, this is a 4.
I'll go first. I personally think this is another one that would be good as my beer mixer. Pour a little bit in beer. I'm impressed. I guess on the non-brew scale, but the Bloody Mary scale, I'd be willing to give this a 9, and I'd get it again if I saw it. I've never seen this, but here, it's funny. It's almost the farthest you can possibly go from Florida. Yet here it is,
There's a lot of places farther from Florida than right here, but
Oregon,
Newfoundland, Labrador,
Yeah.
that's a little higher.
in the United States.
All right. Well, in the United States, we got caribou.
you could probably go to halfway to Florida before you can get to Caribou.
Yeah. It's
It's out there. It's out there, bro.
and
But anyway, I
there's
give,
no
it, I
range.
give it an 8. I'll give this an 8. It's a very good
Well, I have to-
berry mix. I enjoy
I
it.
got to add some to it because I'm not a Bloody Mary fan, so I'm lower automatically. But I
But
would
you're
say
drinking it.
I am drinking it. I'm having it. I would say it was fine. It was good. I'd say probably around 6, 7, something like that. I'm not a connoisseur to be able to give it a 9.
Let's put it this way: if we went and bought a couple more bottles of this in the next 3 weeks, would you want another one?
Here's me. 1/2 shot of vodka. Fill the rest up with VA. That's a Bloody Mary for me. That's all I really. It's all I've ever had. It's fine. It does its stuff. But this stuff is a lot thicker, so it's a little more outside my.
It has a lot of texture, a lot
Yeah.
of chunks of
Yeah.
shit floating around in it,
Yeah,
which
so
is
it's a
good.
little outside my normal realm.
You didn't have it, but the one that we got at Walmart, that was really good too.
That was nice, but it wasn't chunky.
No. This one is.
This has chunks.
This is more full bodied.
When you taste everything you're supposed to taste. And there's a heat to it. I think it's a chili powder that stays on your lips.
Yeah,
You
there's a-
feel that heat.
There's a little something that it leaves behind.
Cayenne.
That's good that you get a
It's
little.
that cayenne.
Dude.
Did it say
Dude.
cayenne in here?
Wow. It tastes like cayenne.
Dude, wow.
No, it said chili pepper.
I distinctly taste cayenne.
What is Spanish horseradish distilled vinegar and bonus? So, chili pepper extract, tamarind extract, cayenne peppers. You're right. I don't know with the corn, maybe just to thicken it up, they put the cornstarch.
The cornstarch and the
Leavening
and
agent.
They really didn't need to, but
It's like, whether they use guar or did they use what did they use?
Xanthan.
Xanthan. Yeah, xanthan instantly thickens. It's instant. I have some up there.
is it powder?
And it's all
Is
natural.
it chewy? Is that spearmint?
No, it's powder. And the minute it touches liquid, it immediately becomes a gel.
How did they get gum?
The chaos theory is posted in the chat.
Oh, look at there.
He says, "Afternoon, gentlemen. Cheers."
Good afternoon.
Giving him the shout out. The
Theory
proper
of the
acknowledgement.
chaos.
Yeah.
An excellent driver.
I should have brought his picture.
If
He's
you,
like,
you realize if you had his picture that high up in the air, then we would all be walking around staring at his junk. So
I know. He goes, I don't know how I feel about the fact that when I sent you a picture of me in my underwear, it turned out that it was in every one of your brew reviews because it's on the fridge.
yeah,
Like, well, you gotta have
You never know how it's gonna get used.
You gotta have it.
you autographed it, you sent it. Hey,
But this is how he chose to honor you, Glenn.
yes, you're on display for a while now.
Okay, well,
It's 5 o'clock in Maine time,
the main time.
Eastern Daylight Time.
And I gotta start preparing shit.
I'm gonna cut a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna watch
Good times.
and help him cut a hole in the wall.
Good times.
So, we will see you maybe tomorrow because like the next 4 days have probably the best probability.
He has a gimbal now, so he can have his little.
We
thing.
got it working somewhat. Oh, this flashing light's going on over there.
It's
That's
charging.
about-
It's charging.
That's good.
Let's put this on a real charger because I like this one so far.
Of course, he likes the fucking $600 one.
It'll fit good in my carry-on.
Yeah, yeah.
Not any of my shirts, my pants, or anything else, but
All I need is this gimbal.
and a lamp.
All I need is this Steadicam.
Okay.
This pair of pliers and this toothpick.
So again,
Change the world.
everybody that
And
shows
this-
up,
And this bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
everybody that shows up, I much appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.